What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining me on these analysis. We're going to be looking at Nvidia today. So we've been writing up these trend lines. We had this primary trend line that we initially broke, pushed to the secondary, pushed back to the primary trend line and this horizontal level of resistance, pushed back down, broke through the secondary trend line, got a retest. We pretty much repeated what we did here. We did a repeat right here, retested again, kind of got like a double top and then fell off. Overall, it still remains bullish, but in the previous video, I did mention that we could have some kind of wave count where it was a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 reaching down to this target. Looks like that played out. I'll show you the clip right now. We're potentially having some kind of wave count where there was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if it plays out. If you want access to that video and you want to see the full thing, the link is in the description. Anyways, it looks like that played out pretty well. So we'll see what the next move is here. We could potentially get some kind of V-shaped recovery back here, or maybe we continue to chop. And then the other thing I can also see happening is we break down below again, retest, and go down further. So we're stuck in between two levels. We have resistance on top of us and support underneath us. So I did say once we break these two trend lines, we need to start looking at horizontal levels of support and resistance. And now that's what we're looking at. So we have this level that we broke through. And then I said the next target would be around this region here, which was 92 to about 88. And then from there, we have some, it's not really clean. So we could probably stumble a little bit here at 82 on the way down to 76. But overall, this would be the main target, which would be 77 to about 75. Hopefully it does not play out. But with the negative sentiment in the entire market, it's very much possible. So don't feel too bad if you are an Nvidia investor. This is normal. It's a very volatile stock. And then on top of that, the entire index of semiconductors have been getting absolutely crushed. Now, on SOXX, the index, you can see we actually just touched a trend line that's been established since 2020 and 2022. So now we're getting another touch. So it's been 2 years from this one and then 3 years from this one. So maybe we could get a sharp run up from here. And this could be a good time to get into semiconductors, not financial advice, of course, but I'm just looking at the charts and what we see here. So now that we're potentially breaking this level, if we get a close here on SOXX, we can be looking at a retest. And then now we're looking at horizontal levels, just like Nvidia, and then potentially down to 134 to about 131. If we break that, then we could make it even lower, down to 115, 120, somewhere in that region. But back to Nvidia. Overall, this looks very bullish. Looks like a nice bull flag. So let's see if we get some kind of move where we have our bull flag right here, and we get a measured move up to the 200s. That's on a short flagpole. If we extend it even longer, it could get up even higher. We could get it up to about 336. So it all depends on where you draw it from. But this time frame this target does not have to play out instantly. But these flagpoles usually do predict prices, not all the time, but it helps to give you a guideline, whether it's 10% above or 10% below. It's usually in the ballpark. But I can definitely see Nvidia running up there. It's a great company. To the SMAs on the daily, we're underneath all three. Let me clean this up for you guys. Easier on the eyes. So we're underneath all three, just pushing down really hard. So let's see if we get a pushback to the SMAs and see if we try to break through it. That's what price likes to do. It likes to be attracted to those moving averages. We broke underneath the 20 and the 50. We need to reclaim those to get a sustainable breakout and a bull run. As you can see, whenever we break these two, we get a nice little golden cross, a lower moving average over the higher moving average of 20 over the 50, and you get a solid break. Looks good right now, but we're starting to curl down. So let's see if we get something where this curls back up, and then we can get the 20 to start rallying upward. but we want to see something like this right now. So hopefully we're just in a small little pullback, and this can have a V-shaped recovery and move up higher. Maybe we're starting to form a nice little inverse head and shoulders where this is a shoulder, this is a head. Maybe we get a retest and then maybe like a little shoulder here and inverse head and shoulders and move up higher. Just speculation, doesn't have to happen, but take note of it and just think about this stuff. Stay positive, dollar cost average in, try not to look at your portfolio, you'll be okay. So we're outside of the green band. We normally don't spend too much time outside of it. So let's see if we get a move to the blue band from here. Nvidia is very volatile. It likes to jump from red to green with a little time in between in the blue. So let's see what the next move is here. On the weekly Bollinger Bands, we are also in the same position. So same thing applies here. We don't spend much time at the blue. We either hug one or we just jump from green to red. That's what happens when you deal with very volatile stocks. The RSI is extremely bearish on the weekly. We got to push off of the moving average, and we're creating lower lows, lower highs. We have a nice trend downward. And it looks like we're just pushing down and creating fresh lows. We're trying to get to that oversold territory right now. The last time we were this low was about October 2022, so this could be a great buying opportunity, not financial advice. On the daily, we are beyond oversold territories. We're underneath 30. Last time we were there was 2022, another terrible year. So this is the time to accumulate. So when you look back in 2027, 2028, you're like, man, I'm glad I was buying at this level. So see how it plays out. I think it's going to be a great opportunity long term though. Don't swing trade these over a couple months. You need to DCA into them long term, hold them, build some generational wealth off of these. So when we pull a golden zone off of this, we have the 0.5 to 0.618 right there. We're getting a perfect bounce off of this. We definitely want to remain above this. We don't want to close inside or close underneath. If we close inside, it's okay. But we definitely want to get a strong bounce off of this and continue that trend to show that the bulls are stronger than the bears and we rip higher. Because you know, once Nvidia gets going, it's hard to stop. You see it all over every single article that has to do with investing once Nvidia starts ripping upward. So we're going to pull Fibonacci retracement even further. In this case, we haven't even hit the golden zone on a larger time frame. We're just bouncing off the 382, which is even stronger to show that their bulls are way stronger than the bears and that we can rip even higher. And this is a strong continuation to the upside. So we need to get the RSI behind us, the MACD. So we want strength with volume behind price and good technicals, which we have. So let's see how it plays out. I think it's going to be a good opportunity long term. DCA and keep your head down. Until then, I'll see you in the next one.